Hello, grade 10s. Now that you've learned about numbers and patterns, it helps to check your understanding by doing a few tasks. Do these tasks in your own time and in any order, then check your answers later. The tasks in this video can also be found in written form in the series guide, which is called A Guide to Numbers and Patterns. Question 1. Have a look at these patterns. Draw the next 3 pictures in the pattern. Now complete this table that compares the number of the drawing in the pattern to the number of squares on each drawing. Describe the pattern in words. And lastly, using any method you like, find the number of squares that would be in the 25th picture. In question 2, we'll use matches to make patterns. Let's take a look. This pattern has been made with matches. In the next few questions, we will compare the number of matches to the number of rectangles. Use the table to compare the number of rectangles in each diagram to the number of matches. If necessary, draw the next few diagrams to help you. Explain the relationship between the number of rectangles and the number of matches. Use this explanation to set up a formula to calculate the nth term, where n is the number of rectangles. Okay, ready for another one? Let's look at this example with George. Question 3. George builds a wooden fence around his property. His fence is made up of 2 parts: the posts which go into the ground and the bars that go across, joining the posts. His progress looks like this, from day 1 to day 2 to day 3. Draw what the fence will look like after 10 days of working on it. How many posts will George have put in by the end of the 10th day? How many bars will George have put in by the end of the 10th day? Use your observations to predict how many pieces of wood he will need for 20 days worth of work. Assume that every bar and post is a separate piece of wood. Now I'm going to give you some numbers in a pattern. Identify this number pattern. Find the next 5 terms in the number pattern. Describe the number pattern in words. Now here's an interesting pattern for question 5. These diagrams represent the first 3 diagrams in a geometric sequence. Draw the 4th diagram. Find the relationship between the number of triangles used y and the number of the diagram x. Write this as an equation. Well, I hoped you managed those questions. If you'd like to check your answers and see some tips about answering these questions, please look at the task answers.